Hello there, friends. It's me again. Here at Quilting by Heart, my name is Melissa, and I'm so glad that you have joined me today for another Temu haul. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about some quilting supplies that I got through the mail just yesterday. So I'm kind of excited to show them to you. I'll go ahead and give that little disclaimer that I've given before, and I'll give it again. If you get triggered by Temu hauls, if you don't like stuff like that, then you might not want to look at this, because I'm going to be talking about things that I purchased from the internet, okay? But I just wanted to tell y'all, I just wanted to clarify something on here when I'm showing y'all this little Temu quilting haul for quilting supplies. I will be showing other things that I bought at other places, because I do shop locally. There is a sewing center. It's a pretty good ways from my house, but I gave them a lot of business the other day, a pretty good bit of business. I shopped secondhand. I love to thrift shop. If you'll look in the background at my house, a lot of the items that I buy are secondhand. And of course, if I see made in the USA, that thrills me. I love to get things. I'll go to Lehman's sometimes and just drool over all the pretty things made in the United States. And I do purchase them as funds allow. So yeah, I'm not just solely a quick shopper, if you know what I mean. I make a lot of my stuff. I make a lot of handicrafts and make things for myself. I love a good yard sale. So, but today what I've got is a little bitty Temu haul to share with y'all. Some things that I purchased. And really in the back of my mind, I think this would be good for somebody that's just starting out with quilting or crafting. I know a lot of times people have a desire to do a craft, but they don't really know if it's something. I know I've tried a lot of different hobbies. I've recently got back in and tried to cross stitch a little bit. But I'm not really, I'm not really sold on the cross stitch just yet, because it is a very time consuming. Cross stitching is a very time consuming hobby. I could make 3 or 4 quilts in the time that it would take me to stitch up a small sampler. Not saying that that's not a good thing. Not saying that, but I just don't always have time to cross stitch. I want to get a project done, if you know what I'm talking about. But for those who want to just try their, just try the craft of quilting, and they might be needing some supplies. And yeah, I found that this is a pretty good resource. Temu has so far been a pretty good resource for some basic quilting supplies. I would never order high dollar machinery, that I was expecting to be really, really good, like a sewing machine, or I would never order that from any place like Temu. I did get a little small walking foot, but I would keep my expectations for anything like that really low, because this is very, very cheaply made stuff. But it does for some things. So we're going to jump right into this. I have rambled on long enough. We're going to jump into it. The first thing I'm going to share with you, and I did go back and look. I tried to pull my order up and see what all I paid for everything. I couldn't do that. Let's get the haul underway and get my jabbering out of the way. Okay. So the first item that I received from Temu was this. And I've been looking at these, and if you don't know what this is a bobbin organizer. You can put your bobbins into it. It's a bobbin organizer. It's made out of like a sturdy plastic, and it is pink. It does fit my bobbins. I have tried, so there's that. Any of you wondering if it would really work or fit a bobbin? It does. I tried it. It's cute. It's pink. Okay. The next thing on the list was a me item, and that was a cup. I have, you see the Stanley cups that everybody pays so much for. You see the ones made at Walmart's. That's the ones we generally use, the Ozark Trails from Walmart. They do a great job, by the way, if you're in the market for an insulated cup. But I wanted one that was personalized, and it's got sewing machines on it. They're pink. Ah! Yes, and it has my name. Oh, it's got my name. Who doesn't like to see their name? I know that the monogram craze was really big here a while back. I don't know if it's so big so much anymore, but who doesn't like to see their name? So, yeah. The way I am getting treated for these today. They called me in some steroids, so I'm going to try to get my spring cleaning done, because when I take steroids, I will stay up for days and nights. Just, I don't know, just I'll get up and clean cabinets in the middle of the night. So maybe this will be the push I need to get my spring cleaning done around here. I doubt it. Okay. The next thing on the list was some sewing stencils. Can you see those? They're just a little plastic stencils that you lay on top of your quilt, and you can use a marking tool. You can use a chalk pouncer to pounce the design. I've never used any of these. I've never done anything but just freehand quilting or straight line quilting. So I was kind of interested to try them out. There's one that's got just like a meandering loops, big loops. This one's cute. It's the Baptist fan motif. Every quilter just about will recognize that cute Baptist fan motif. I thought about hand quilting a quilt. I might try my hand at that someday. So these will come in handy. They were $3.16 today on Temu. This is a meander, or for some similar. I don't know if it's just these patterns, but some similar stencils. This is just like a meander. That kind of reminds me of cauliflower for some reason. Yeah. And this is hearts. Oh, y'all know I love this one. This is so cute. It's just like little loopy hearts. And this also gives me inspiration. I wouldn't have thought to quilt like that. This gives me inspiration for quilting on my quilting frame too. I thought that was a really good deal for $3.16 for that many of the little stencils if you wanted to try your hand at using them on a quilt. Next off, I really don't know why. Sometimes it takes so long for stuff to come from Temu after you order it to you. I kind of forget why I bought it sometimes, or why it struck me as something that I really needed. Not for sure about this next order. I don't know if I just was curious. It was probably just curiosity. And they were like $3.86. I showed you the little scissors. I don't think I knew they were this big. I showed you the little curved scissors. These are the big ones. And they come with a little piece of plastic to protect you on the tip. Woo! Like they would say in kindergarten, do not run with these in your hand. And they have carbon steel blades. I don't know that I wouldn't wash these and use them maybe in the kitchen. I'm sure my family will find many uses for them. They will grab up your fabric shears. Yes, my bunch will grab your best fabric shears. Ask me how I know these things. Okay, and those scissors, or a similar pair, was $3.84. Can't beat that. That was a good deal. The next thing that I want to show you is a little walking foot. I've got several small domestic machines that you just, like you would purchase at Walmart. I wanted to try and find a little small walking foot, and it's not the only small machine that I have. So I wanted a little walking foot because I love my walking foot on my Brother PQ 1500. It just zips through thick fabrics, and you really need it for straight line quilting. But I just thought this little walking foot would be cute for my machine, or might be useful. Be cute for my machine. Melissa, come on. Useful for my small machine, so I did pick it up. I'm not really for certain about this. It seems really cheaply made. Of course it is, mass-produced and cheaply made. It does have the little, the little clamp here. The jury is definitely out on this. I'm not for sure I would repurchase it. I don't know how much I gave for it, but I'm pretty sure this was about $5 or $6, if my memory serves me correctly. This little walking foot was about $5 or $6. We'll give it a try for that. It's just another one of those me things. I am a child of the 70s. I was born in the 70s. So I'm a child of the 70s. I still love Holly Hobby. I just love her so much. And I saw this. It was around $7. This was on the pricier end, $7 or $8 for a t-shirt. But this is a big one. It was the ladies curvy, or the ladies plus size. And it's Holly Hobby. Here she comes. It's just a simple t-shirt. It's really soft. Feels like it will be really cool for summertime. And it has the little girl, the little Holly Hobby. Now, looking at this, my first reaction is The decal on the front is a little faded looking, but that's all right because I love vintagey faded looking stuff. So, but if you want it to really pop and to be high dollar decal, you know, that would last through many, many, many years of washing, this is probably not going to be it. But just to wear around this summer with a denim skirt to kick around in, I think she's cute. I love Holly Hobby. And when you go on eBay looking for Holly Hobby stuff, get your pocketbook because it is expensive. It is expensive. I'm hoping maybe they'll bring Holly Hobby back. Since we're into the cottagecore, grandma chic era, I'm hoping that they will bring back Holly Hobby in a big way. I know they have strawberry shortcake, and I love her too. Okay, the next thing is not sewing related. Well, it could be sewing related. Actually, it could very well be sewing related because in your sewing space, there is so much dust and lint. Do y'all find that? Ooh, especially if you're quilting. There will be so much dust and so much lint flying around. And I get the Swiffer dusters, and those things are pricey. But these, I was intrigued by them. They fit down on the Swiffer duster head. And they're made out of fleece, and they're reusable and washable. And they're just a little Swiffer duster. They're very sturdy. I'm impressed with this. If it fits my Swiffer head, I'm going to love this. And you can keep this in your sewing space to get up the dust bunnies from your sewing and the lint from your quilting and stuff. And you can throw them in the washing machine. So those were really nice. I think I paid like $3 maybe for them. And I know I could have sat down and sewed this up myself, but my goodness, just buying the flannel and doing the time sewing it and getting a pattern together and all that, this was really cute and really a good deal. I'm glad that I purchased those. Those are going to be really useful. The next thing is a cleaning item. I believe this goes on an O-Seer spin mop head. Not over the mop head itself, but just over the little prong that, and these are just little, I thought these would be cute for like washing walls or cabinets, high up cabinets. You could, you know, get it wet and spray your cleaner on and then get your O-Seer mop. And this just, it's a little cleaning bonnet. It's really sturdy. It's got good elastic. And it fits over the O-Seer spin mop, over the little red part that the head attaches to use it as a cleaning tool. I can see this being good for cleaning windows in the springtime outside. So, and they come in a 2-pack for like three or $4. So that was good. Something like that at Walmart's probably been about $7 or $8, I'm thinking. This is the dud of the day. This next item would be the dud of the day. And that's this little sign. We have chickens that give us pretty eggs, bless their hearts. But it says farm fresh eggs. It's a little sign and it's wooden. I thought it would be bigger than it is. It was like $1 or $2. I thought it would be bigger than it is, maybe. The printing on it is a little fadey like, so it's not exactly. But it is very cute still. I took it out of the package. Do you see it says farm fresh eggs? It is still very cute. Come and get them. Farm fresh eggs laid daily. So I might put this on my chicken. I could put it on my chicken pen, but the weather would probably destroy it. It'll probably find a place on a little shelf in my kitchen. Just a little cute piece of decor. Would I purchase it again? I don't know. It's according to how much I paid for it. If I paid more than $1 or $2 for it, I wouldn't purchase it again. But for $2, I might very well purchase it again now that I've got it out of the plastic and I'm looking at it. It's cute. It's got a hen and a rooster. I kind of like it. You can see my decor in the background. I really love old stuff. Okay, let's see what else we got in this box. Oh, these are really handy. I work on sewing machines sometimes, my sewing machines, not other people's sewing machines. Well, I can't say that. I have fixed more than one sewing machine for individuals too. Sewing machines for different individuals. And sometimes I need a precision tip. I didn't need this many of them, but these are just little bottles. And they have the little precision tip for sewing machine oil is what I purchased these for. Sometimes you need to really get down in there. And you see, these come in a package. And they've got this, I don't know if you can see that. It has the little precision tip on it that you can get up in really small, tight spaces with it to give stuff some sewing machine oil. So that's why I picked those up. And I'm really, if they don't leak, I'll be really glad of that purchase because that's just what I needed. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a bunch of them in the bag. There's a whole little bag full of them. I don't need that many, but non-slip adhesive rings for your rulers. It comes in the package here. There are 15 small and 15 large. Today, these are going on Temu for $1.46. You can't beat that with a stick. These look like the same ones they sell in quilt shops. They're non-slip adhesive rings that goes on the back of your rulers that are not non-slip. It says no more slipping. Perfect for quilting, scrapbooking, and fabrics. I don't know what you do with fabrics with that. But anyways, non-slip adhesive rings, easy, safe, accurate. It says they're ultra thin, won't raise ruler off the cutting surface. They are safer, increases safety by preventing slipping, and they're easy, simply sticks to the back of any ruler. Okay, so these are $1.46 today on Temu. And that's a really good deal for these. I did take them out. I did feel them. They are exactly what they said they were. And I love it when my quilting ruler does not slip. If you have ever been cutting fabric and had a limited amount and, you know, be on that last cut and you're kind of in a hurry and you get down to the end cutting a long piece and have your ruler move and slip and not have very much more of that fabric, that is so awful when that happens. It's so bad when that happens. So maybe that'll help. The next thing that I purchased is probably my favorite purchase from Temu this go round. They're calling it a tangent cutter wire breaker, but you quilters out there know exactly what that thing is used for. It is for cutting blocks apart. And I have saw these on Fat Quarter Shop, I believe it was, in different places, and they were little tiny ones. And they're pretty pricey. This one that I have bought goes today on Temu for $5.73. So that's not bad. And it's magnetic. I liked that. This the little flower. It has the rotary cutting blade. It comes with the rotary cutting blade. Sometimes you have to add your own to them, your old blades, but this one actually comes with the cutting blade. It's a nice size. It's magnetic. You can hear that. It just pops into it when you're not using it. It has the slot on the back that you set it up in like this, and you use it to cut your quilt blocks apart. Have you ever sat there with hand scissors on a long string of chain piecing, just painstakingly cutting them apart? This makes quick work of that. So this is definitely my favorite purchase from this little haul as far as the quilting supplies would go. It's this little cutter right here, this little thread cutter. I'm going to enjoy that. And at $5.73, that's very reasonable for that item. Okay. The next thing, very inexpensive. Cheaply made. But they were very inexpensive, but I think they're going to really come in handy. And that is these little 2-pack of seam rippers. This is a different type of seam ripper. If you have small kids, I probably wouldn't purchase this because I got it out of the package and looked at it. It is just as sharp as it looks like it is. It is super, super sharp. It has like a razor tip on it. And this is for getting in. It's got this very fine little hook. Can you see that? very fine little hook that you can get under that line of stitching and get out. I have a problem sometimes getting stitches out. And I'm very much doing it pretty often, taking stitches out. So I got these to try. They have a little grip on them. They're made in such a way. This part right here is a little finger grip to give you a good hold on the seam ripper. I think these are going to be really good. So they were like $1 and something. I believe it was. Not more than $2 probably. And they come in a 2-pack. So just a handy little item to have. Isn't this next thing cute? It's a little sticker. It was $1. It's kind of small. But it's just a little sticker that says, life is better when I'm quilting. And I like to decorate my sewing machines. I have a lot of sewing machines. I probably own as to date. Oh my goodness. Oh, I wouldn't be scared to say that I own 20 sewing machines altogether. So, yeah, it says life is just better when I'm quilting. Most of them were bought secondhand. A lot of them were bought secondhand. Some of them I purchased. A lot of them were bought in thrift stores and places like that. This is not quilting related, but I was intrigued. Like I said, we have chickens. And sometimes when you have chickens and they lay eggs outside, the eggs get messy. And so I purchased this for cleaning eggs, because I really don't want to use my dish rag or something to scrub an egg, and I find myself using paper towels, and you have to throw the paper towels away. But this is an egg brush. I don't know how it's going to work. It is a cute color. It's like a soft silicone, and if you'll see, it's got little nubs down inside. It's got a nubby surface to scrub. You put it over the egg and do like that, you know, to scrub your egg. And if it works, it will definitely be worth the $1 or $2 that I paid for it. It would definitely be worth that because it's cleanable. It's, you know, you could Clorox it and bleach it and keep it really good and clean for your eggs. So, yeah, I got that. Some of my favorite needles are the organ needles. I buy a lot of sewing machine needles because I try to change my machine needle frequently. If you don't know, if you're new to sewing or quilting, you need to change your sewing machine needle frequently. You know that. Okay, and if you didn't, I'm telling you, having a fresh new needle is just really good. So I like the little organ needles, and I saw them for a really good price. So I picked up 2 packs. I'm not going to show you both packs, but you can see, if you can see up close, it is the organ needle brand. So I picked up 2 small packages of those just to have on hand, because I saw them and I'm always needing needles, fresh needles. Okay, and this next item is very useful, and it'll go in good with my little bobbin holder. And that is, I picked up a package of the little bobbin minders. And those, let's see, it doesn't say on here how many are in the package, but it looks to be like about 20 of them in the package. And they're just little silicone rings. And I did try them. They do work. They're just little silicone rings like this. And you just pinch it. And it goes over your bobbin. Just like that. It sits on your bobbin, over your bobbin. And it keeps your bobbin threads. If you know, have a bobbin that's been threaded and you didn't use it all. Well, thread is really expensive now. So, especially good quality thread. And you don't want to waste it. This little bobbin minder just goes over your bobbin to hold those thread pieces in. And I really like these. I think they'll work well. They're in a bunch of cute colors. There's pink and green. Oh, I even stuck a little bobbin in here to show y'all how it works. See my little bobbin? And see my little bobbin minder? And it's holding it securely. It's been in this package all night. So it's holding my little thread tails securely. It's the little things, y'all. It's the little things sometimes, because it's very frustrating when you go to get your bobbins out and your threads all coming tangled and it's just a mess. It's the little things. So I'm really going to enjoy these, and they were like $1 or so, maybe $2 max. So they sell these at quilting stores if you want to look for those, but that's little bobbin minders. One of the last things that I'm going to show y'all was these little needle minders. I told y'all that I made this order a month or so ago when I thought I was going to be really, really doing a lot of cross stitching. And I'm not saying that I won't ever cross stitch again, because it comes and goes with me. I get the bug every once in a while, but I saw the cutest needle minders that these, you know, YouTube stitchers were using to stitch with on their projects. And I was like, I need a needle minder. I'm worth a needle minder. So, yeah. And I found some on Temu. I did not give $10 for this needle minder. I got a pack of 3 for like $2.43, I think. Something like that. And they are very cute. There's a pack, like I said, there was a pack of 3. So that means I have 1 and I could share. If I had some more stitchy friends, I could share with them. Maybe I'll have to get a box together and just share some things with y'all. And they're so cute. I love them. They're just little tiny, teeny tiny sewing machines. And they're magnetic. They've got the magnets on the back to keep. And what this does is you can put it in your cross stitching just to keep up with your needle, so you don't lose your needle. Because it's a bad feeling when you lose a cross stitch needle in your favorite recliner. That's a bad feeling. So there was the red. They had the blue, the little blue sewing machine. Ah, they're so cute. And the green. The little lime green, and they've got a little flower on them. They were just too cute to pass up. So I need a pretty needle minder if I ever get to stitching again. Don't judge me. I need needle minders. Yes, I'm totally gonna one day stitch a cross stitch masterpiece knot. Probably not. Oh, cross stitching, just you really have to want to do that. Okay. But it is beautiful. I love any type of handwork, embroidery, cross stitch, anything like that. We are in the home stretch of this little Temu haul, and y'all are saying, thank goodness. Sewing machine feet. Some of these look interesting. I'm just going to tell you, my friends, they look interesting. I'm not going to go into what every one of them is for, because to be honest, I done forgot what some of them were for, so I'm having to look on the package. I haven't got my readers on. Even though my glasses are progressives, I still have to have readers sometimes. They look very, very industrial. They are heavy and industrial looking. So I have a long shank Brother PQ 1500 SL. It is a straight stitcher made for the quilter in mine, I do believe. And it did not come with a lot of feet, and it didn't come with a lot of accessories. It's just a straight stitch machine. I love her. But I wanted some different feet that I could try out different things. And this is one of those feet that come. It is an all metal foot. I don't even remember. I don't know if this was a 1/4 inch foot or what. But it's got like a little guide on it. I'll have to really look into that and see what I got that for back when I got it. Ain't that bad to order something and then be like, oh my goodness, I don't really remember. Now I know some of these feet. This one here was like this is supposed to be for heavy fabrics. And my guys are all short, and I have to hem their pants. And blue jeans they will beat up your sewing machine trying to hem up a pair of blue jeans. They're so thick. This says that it's made for and it looks like it ought to be good for something, very thick fabric to sew over. So I picked that up. My goodness, that's got to be the most fierce looking sewing machine foot I've ever saw, y'all. That thing looks for real. It's hinged. Woo, my mercy. Thought I could sew over something. It's got a little, this ain't the one with rollers on it. It definitely looks heavy duty. Okay. Now this little foot, I see the sticker on this. This is sold by sewingparts.com. It's got their sticker on it. It's an invisible zipper foot is what it is. It's made for putting in zippers. I like to make zippered bags, and my sewing machine did not come with a zipper foot because it was just a quilting machine. But here's a little zipper foot. So I picked that up. This little zipper foot, can you see it? It's definitely heavy duty looking and industrial looking enough. So maybe she'll fit on my machine and I can put zippers on my little quilted pouches with that. If you've got a high shank machine, if you've got a machine with a high shank, you know the struggle of finding feet, appropriate feet for an industrial type of high shank machine. So that's what these are, high shank feet. I've got a vintage necky that if I can ever get the pressure bar fixed on it, these would go well on it because it's a high shank machine. I do believe. Okay. Very last thing is these little tweezers. I use these a lot for threading machines. I use these for pulling out little pieces of stitches, you know, threading machines. You can also use these for guiding. You can use them like this for guiding little pieces through, kind of similar to what the purple thing does. So I got a package of these. They were just very, very cheap. It was like 6 in the package, I think 5 or 6, and they come in these cute colors. Some of them were straight tweezers, if you'd rather have the straight kind. I prefer the curved ones, but yeah, I've got enough tweezers to last me for a while. So I can put these by several of my sewing machines and have them handy. I love to use these. It's very good for getting up when you're pulling thread out. When your thread gets down into your machine and you need something to reach in there and grab it and pull it out. This is awesome for that. So I use these often. Keep these on hand in my sewing space. So, and it come in a pack of 6. What got me was the colors, can I be honest? Look at those cute colors. It's like purple, mint green, pink. Love them. That was a good purchase. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about what I got, y'all? I'm satisfied with it. It's cute sewing notions. I don't think there's one dud in the whole bunch. Now, some of these sewing machine feet might prove to be duds, but the rest of it is stuff that's tried and true with me, a lot of it. Like the organ needles are tried and true. Those little tweezers is tried and trues. I just think it was a really good one. So next time, I've got some templates coming, and I'll share those with y'all. I've got some really nice templates ordered, and some of them have come in, and I will share those with y'all the next time. So until next time, when we're quilting again, maybe we'll be quilting next time. The next project that I want to do is a patriotic project. I want to make, like I told y'all, I want to make a patchwork flag. I want to make a patchwork flag, at least a wall hanging size. And there's a lady online, I think it was called Diary of a Quilter, and she had a free pattern online, and it looks simple to follow. And so I'm going to be using her pattern, and I'll be talking to you more about that when it comes time. You might want to make it with me. You might want to sew along with me. So I'll be taking you through the cutting out process and showing you what fabrics I've selected, and we'll make a patchwork flag. How about that? If y'all would like to sew along with that, be buying your fabric. Just some blue and red and white fabrics. I'm going to use kind of an ivory as my white, and they're kind of the country colors, you know what I'm talking about, kind of a rustic country feel is what I want mine to have. Yeah, I think it's going to be just a really cute project, so I'll talk to you more about that. We'll get together on that. But anyways, I've been on here. It's saying that I've talked for 38 minutes. I will have to edit this way down. But until next time, this has been Melissa here at Quilting by Heart, and y'all have a blessed day.